Well, even though I do not like the Republican Party, I gotta give them the due process, right? Because freaking the 2024 elections coming up, guys, and you already know that they're gonna be putting out all the stops here. So right now, we all know it's gonna be either Trump going against Biden or it's gonna be DeSantis going against Biden. And a lot of speculations looks like it's gonna be Trump versus Biden, a rematch, or if Biden decides to not run again. And if he does, it's gonna be people running for him, like Obama and other individuals that does the campaign for him instead of him doing it himself. Because the guy is mentally, he cannot do it. But with everything coming up right now, and we all know when it came to, I gotta be careful with my freaking words here. There was some censored news that probably could have overturned the 2020 to a certain point. Because they actually did some studies, and they actually asked some people out here if they actually knew about a couple of things that Joe Biden did when he was Barack Obama's vice president. If they actually knew about some of the things he did, they would not have voted for him. They would have either voted for Trump or they would have voted third party. Now, with the freaking election, 2024 election coming up, you already know there's going to be a whole bunch of stops coming in where people will just pull out everything. What the Republicans should have did this back when the 2020 election was going on, but they was too chicken shit in order to do that. And what happened? They ended up losing. Nobody's fault but their own. They was fighting against their own party, just like apparently the freaking Libertarian Party is doing right now, which is also very stupid. So right now they are putting out all the stops. The House committee that is ran by Republicans right now is not taking no shit. And you know what? I say about freaking time the Republican Party grew a backbone, because all they was doing for the past 10 plus years was trying to play it safe. They was trying to play it nice instead of actually taking it to the woke to the freaking new progressive woke culture. They was trying to be buddy talk about, we don't need any of these influencers. We don't need to get the black vote, which they still don't. They still don't care about the black vote. If they actually care and actually reached out for the black vote, then they will actually win the popular vote to some extent. But instead, they was like, we don't want to deal with that. So instead, we're just going to release all this evidence right now that's going on with the Biden family. So that's coming into today's story right here from Blaze Media. Influence peddling schemes. Biden family received millions in incremental payments from foreign nationals. Created multiple companies to conceal source of funds, says House Oversight Committee. So, we all knew that the Biden family was corrupt. Actually, pretty much 98% of politicians, they are corrupt. Okay, 98%. That's not even up for debate. That's the truth. That's a God honest truth. But when we got news like this news should be more mainstream media. And I'm pretty sure I've seen this I definitely seen it from Fox News. And I'm pretty sure I heard somebody else, maybe probably Tim Pool or somebody from the news radio that probably said CNN came out and said this is what the Biden administration did. And now that we got news coming out that this is actually a thing, that the Biden family is as corrupt as a lot of people like myself have been saying for a couple of years now, and people still would say, at least it ain't Trump. I mean, they investigating Biden. How come they ain't investigating Trump? They are. So get out of that freaking Trump derangement bubble and actually look at something, okay? So let's go ahead and read this from Blaze Media. The House Oversight Committee and Accountability Committee released new evidence on Wednesday of the Biden family's alleged influence peddling schemes. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer from Kentucky revealed that thousands of pages of fictional records obtained during the investigation showed that the Biden family and their associates created a complicated network of companies in an attempt to conceal millions of dollars of payments from foreign businesses. Didn't they impeach Trump for this? And it turns out, once again, Biden did it, even though Biden literally admitted and when he was out as vice president during Obama's term, he admitted that he had some foreign things going on, and people didn't care. They said, that never happened. Biden would never do something so horrible, even though he freaking admitted it. Let's keep on going. The Biden's foreign entanglements. are breathtaking and raise serious questions about why foreign actors targeted the Biden family, what they expected in return, and whether our national security is threatened. We will continue to pursue additional bank records to follow the money trail and inform legislative solutions to prevent this type of corruption. Yeah, this definitely calls for an impeachment, but I would say we should call for a secession, a national divorce. People really think a national divorce is something that's taboo, something that definitely won't work because we need the federal government. No, we don't. They just tell you that you do because they tell you that you're incapable of taking care of yourself. That's what they tell you. And people just go along with it. Americans deserve answers, transparency, and accountability, Comer said. According to the committee, Biden family members and their associates created over 20 companies sometime after Joe Biden assumed the vice presidency in 2009. Like I said before, when Joe Biden had that talk in that auditorium. If I find that video, hopefully it's not deleted off the freaking internet, I can go and show it to you guys. The complex network of companies, most of which were limited liability corporations, raked in over $10 million from foreign nationals and their related companies, while Biden was vice president and after he left office. The committee noted that most of the companies were created in Delaware and Washington, D.C., and they want to make Washington, D.C. a freaking electoral college vote. With the assistance of Rob Walker and James Gilliar, Hunter Biden's business partners. Again, remember when people said Hunter Biden was it's not a big thing, especially people from the authoritarian left. They said Hunter Biden was not a huge problem. They just using it to go after freaking Joe Biden's family. Well, it turns out that's false. Hunter Biden actually, but the dude literally had freaking pictures of him naked doing crack and all that stuff, and he's with some freaking prostitutes. But apparently nobody cared about that at all. Even though he's supposed to be the president's son, he's supposed to be one of the most diligent people out there, the one with the most common sense. But nope, that just went out the freaking window. These complicated financial transitions appear to be meant to conceal the source of the funds and reduce the conspicuousness of the total amounts made in the Biden bank accounts. The House Oversight Committee Wednesday memo stated. So that's today. So this is the memo that they're talking about. Breaking. Since taking the gavel in January, our committee has accelerated our investigation into the Hunter family's domestic and international business practices. We want to update you on a few of our findings for this ongoing investigation. We have established, okay, just read that, 10 million, said that. Joe Biden told the American people on October 22nd, 2020 that Hunter Biden never made money from China. That is a lie based off the records. What services did Bidens provide in exchange for this money? It is unclear what they provided other than access and influence. The Bidens took steps to hide, confuse, and conceal payments they received from foreign nationals. Here's one example how a CCP-linked associate layered domestic liability companies to pay Hunter Biden. Step 1, infrastructure Godwin Dong. CEFC, infrastructure with Hudson West V as a sole member. Removes Hudson West V as a sole member and adds Huxian Group as a new sole member. Huxian Group sends CEFC infrastructure $10 million. CEFC infrastructure makes direct payment of $100K to Owasco PC. So it's a whole bunch of money laundering, right? It's a whole bunch of money laundering, and all this was happening under the freaking federal government's watch. All this was happening under. Now, did Joe Biden know this? I'm not going to say that he did. I'm not that individual that say, oh, well, Joe Biden knows everything that goes on in his family. But he was the vice president at the time, so he definitely should have knew something was going on. And if he did, then he should definitely be arrested, like what they're trying to do with Trump right now. Joe Biden, he literally had some illegal activities going on with foreign countries, and he's literally taking his own interest in hand, and not actually care about the people that he swore that he was going to do. This goes to show that the freaking people over there in Congress, in the freaking Washington, D.C., they don't actually care about you. They just care about their own pockets. They care about their own self-interest. Multiple Biden family members received money from the Chinese after it passed through an associate's account. Additionally, Hunter Biden received money directly into his company's account from a Chinese-controlled entity. So, Hunter Biden did do something wrong. But like I said, mainstream media just swept it under the rug because they're not worried about Hunter Biden. They're not worried about the Bidens. They only worry about Orange Man. They worry about the Orange Man. Orange Man is not even in office anymore. They still worry about him to this day. They don't actually worry about accountability for both parties. They only worry about accountability from the Republican Party. Now is Trump going to go to jail? I'm not going to say that he does. If some of the crimes that he did do, then he should rightfully take accountability. Okay, I would say the same thing with both Democrats and Republicans. Right now, the Bidens need to be arrested, and this should have came out years ago. In addition to the China money ties, we are adding a new country to our growing list of places the Bidens receive money from: Romania. The Biden family associates activities in Romania revealed an influence peddling scheme from 2015 to 2017. While VP Biden was lecturing Romania on anti-corruption policies, he served as the walking billboard for his son and family to collect money. So Joe Biden knew Hunter and his associates capitalized on a lucrative financial relationship with a Romanian national who was later convicted of corruption. The Biden received over $100 million for the Romania deal, with 16 of the 17 payments made during Biden's VP term. So Biden knew he should go to jail. The money stops flowing from Romania soon after Joe Biden leaves office, establishing a pattern of influence penalty. Due to the info we are releasing today and further developments our committee is aware of, the investigation will enter a new phase. Impeachment, secession, national divorce. Okay, so let me just keep going before I stop. James Comer will soon issue more subpoenas to banks for specific targeted information. In addition, he will provide one more opportunity for certain Biden associates, including his art gallerist and Bob Walker, to cooperate willingly with this investigation. Additionally, James Comer is publicly releasing this second baked records memo excuse me, to the American people so they can see for themselves the activities the Biden family has engaged in, despite the president's statements to the contrary. Ultimately, we believe the Biden family and their associates courted business in countries that correlated directly with Joe Biden's work as vice president. This is also not normal. It is not ethical. And this is why we are working towards legislative solutions. But okay, let me see if there's anything else here. Okay, so there's a video here. But guys, it just goes to show these politicians are nothing but corrupt cronies. They're nothing but corrupt individuals that people should not just blindly vote for. And people say a national divorce or a secession is not the best solution, but they want to keep corrupt politicians, walking and running all over you and pissing all over you and thinking, hey, if we just get the right person in office, and that's a quotation, the right person in office, then everything would be better. What's so bad about a secession? What's so bad about a national divorce? What's so bad about the federal government not existing anymore? What's wrong about that? You're afraid? What are you afraid? What are you afraid of? That you gotta keep the federal government in charge of your lives. They're the reason why everything is going up. They're the most corrupt people in existence. But apparently, you got some freaking progressive saying like, oh, it's big business, but it's freaking foreign countries, foreign leaders doing business and screwing people over. You got individuals that are more worried about what other world leaders are doing, but they should be worried about what the United States leader is doing, and also the people under him and the people who around him was doing. Hunter Biden, that mofo should be in jail right now, because he has no jurisdiction. He has no right to do any of these stuff because he's not a government official. But people still gloss over this, right? People still say we should put faith in the government. As long as we get the right person in office, we won't have to worry about any of these people drain the swamp, even though the swamp didn't get drained. But guys, this is crazy right here. Now this news came out, more people should be talking about this. They, doing the whole freaking 2020 bit, they said Hunter Biden didn't do anything illegal. Turns out he did. They should have released this during the whole 2020 election. It might have did something different. I'm not gonna say it because YouTube be pissing themselves. But guys, like I said, Hunter Biden, and if Joe Biden, if he was involved in this every way, this guy should be arrested. Okay, there should be no ifs, ands, or buts. If Trump did something bad, he should be arrested. If Joe Biden did something bad, he should be arrested. This guy should be locked up. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about this. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comments below. If you guys like the video, man, like and subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.